Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Modern newspapermen dislike to see the good old days portrayed by editors and reporters who were drunkards, incompetents, and scoundrels. The men who work on today's newspapers have such strict standards that they cannot understand conditions which existed in towns like Dodge City on the frontier of 1878. But Marshal Wyatt Earp has testified in his biography to the truth. Frontier journalism was a bitter struggle against lawless men who used horsewhips, fists, and guns to keep the facts from being printed.
We'll fix that paper so it'll never print nothing. Come on, let's go. Come on, boys.
Now, the new editor's not getting here until this afternoon. When he does get here, he's going to get the same protection from the police that Mr. Lathrop got. Now, break it up.
Come on,
It's all over, Mr. Kelly.
Busted windows. It'll cost more than $10. Didn't you arrest him?
No, Mr. Kelly. I want Jim Murdoch to start on his own. That window was Mr. Lathrop's trouble.
Well, all Lathrop did was to print the truth about Sally Bascom's dance hall.
Sally Bascom's got a lot of tough friends. I just hope that Mr. Murdoch knows that running a newspaper in Dodge City is a lot different than working on the Kansas City Star.
His cousin Marsh at Wichita recommended the boy.
Well, they don't come any better than Marsh Murdoch or the Wichita Eagle. Well, cheer up, Mr. Kelly. We'll try and help young Jim. I owe Marsh a favor.
Well, it'll be more than one favor you owe. Hardware's my line. Why I ever bought an interest in the newspaper. Hey, want to buy my share for half of what I paid?
No, Mr. Kelly. If I did that, they'd claim I was buying into the Globe to keep them from criticizing me.
Yeah, could be. Could be.
Cousin Marsh told me to look you up first thing. Said you'd wise me up to local conditions.
Well, it's kind of a quiet town.
You mean no news?
Well, not that quiet.
Mr. Earp, about my staff.
Well,
Not much, huh?
I didn't say that. I'd just like to have you form your own opinion.
What happened here? Cyclone?
No, Mob did that this morning.
Why?
Well, because they didn't like what your predecessor wrote about a certain dance hall lady.
Was it the truth?
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Fine, I've got a page 1 leader already made.
Well, I admire your spirit, sir, but, I think your only problem here is going to be your hired hands.
Don't tell me my reporters and printers are all drunkards.
Oh, Mr. Lathrop kept him pretty sober.
Well, what is it then?
Well, in a town like this, a reporter associates with all kind of people. I think your big job is going to be to try and candle out a few bad eggs.
My staff is going to be honest. A newspaper man, first and foremost, must have the courage of his conviction. And I repeat, a newspaper man must be dedicated to the facts. He must find the facts and see to it that they are printed. Now, the Globe, as long as I am editor, will have no friends, no enemies. It will print the simple, unadorned truth. The simple, unadorned truth. Any questions?
How do you feel about crusades, Mr. Murdoch?
I'm sorry, sir. Your name again?
McDavid. Cal McDavid.
You ask about crusades. I don't like the term. Crusading newspaper usually represents the owner's grudges and prejudices and his personal opinion of what's good for the reading public.
We had a mob after us this morning because of a story I wrote.
About the dance hall woman.
Hmm.
Marshal Earp, was the story justified?
I think so, yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. McDavid is to be congratulated. We'll rerun the story and print any additional facts we can dig up. We'll also print the facts about that mob. Mr. Earp, you were an eyewitness. Can you name names?
Well, I wouldn't do that, sir, if I were you.
Why not?
Because a mob doesn't have any names, Mr. Murdoch. Half the people in it are sightseers or excitement hunters. Now, just one more thing, and I'll quit trying to be the editor of the newspaper.
Yes, sir.
The Globe made a serious charge against Miss Bascom. I think it's true enough, but I think Mr. McDavid should have talked to the lady and printed her side of it.
She wouldn't talk, Marshal.
Perhaps she might now to some other reporter. Well, maybe you should try to get a statement from her.
No, sir. I think she's guilty of running a crooked joint, but I can't just arrest her on Mr. McDavid's say-so. But I think your idea of having a new man talk to her is a good one. Well, welcome to Dodge, Mr. Murdoch. I'll get back to my job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, gentlemen.
New editor off. I should really blow the whistle.
It's no good, Miss Sally.
Why not?
It's squealing.
Well, I was squealed on, wasn't I?
Not enough to cause any trouble. Earp ain't been around to close us.
Cal wants it all. He'll keep on the Globe till Earp does close me. Then he can buy my share of peanuts.
It won't happen, Miss Sally. We'll take care of McDavid.
Like you did this morning, a couple of busted windows?
Give us time. Getting rid of a newspaper man takes some figuring.
Yeah, well, I ain't going to wait very long. You attend to Cal or I'll holler my head off.
Doing below the line?
Oh, it's all quiet. Murdoch's reporter couldn't even get in to see Miss Bascom. I'm going to grab some sleep until about 11 o'clock, and we'll ring her place out.
How many of us?
All the day, men. I'll see you 10 minutes after 11.
We'll be there.
Sure. 10 to 11.
Yeah, thanks.
Mr. Jensen? Mr. Jensen, I need some soap. Well, never mind. I think I have some in my room. Fixes me a tub, forgets the soap. One of these days, I'm...
Circle the joint shotgun?
Wyatt said 10 after. Still got 3 minutes.
You loco! That's Marshal Earp's gun. Where did you...
Shut up and get me the money.
I paid you your share for the week. If you think you can bust in... Marshal Earp, come quick! Hurry, Mr. Earp, there's
You men go around back. Shotgun, come with me.
All right, don't let anybody else. Get back to the side there. All right. Yeah.
She's dead. Give me that.
Killer stole it from you, didn't he?
Yeah, a few minutes ago.
What? They can claim you killed her.
That's exactly what I want him to do.
Miss Sally! Oh, Miss Sally! Miss Sally!
Now, you stay here until Doc McCarty comes. Don't let anybody leave.
Big story, boss. Somebody just murdered Sally Bascom.
The dance hall woman? Did you see it?
No, but I got plenty of details and witnesses. Well, shall I start writing?
Of course. Here, take my desk. Sally Bascom.
Wyatt! Wyatt, I hear there was a shooting at Sally Bascom.
Yeah, she was killed with my gun, the bunt line.
With your gun? Why, that's ridiculous.
Come on, I want to talk to Jim Murdoch.
Got your lead in shape?
You bet. Right here.
Oh, Marshal Earp. McDavid must have been drinking. I wouldn't insult you.
I haven't had a drop, Mr. Murdoch. We're not insulting the marshal.
Well, you say the marshal's gun was found near the woman's body. You call Sally Bascom his silent partner.
Just facts, Mr. Murdoch.
Your reporter has a story to write, Mr. Murdoch. We'll talk this over in my office.
I'll get my hat.
Mr. Murdoch, I was quite careless tonight. I didn't lock my room when I went to take a quick bath. The killer stole my buntline special and used it.
Jim believes you, Wyatt. But how did the reporter get the story that fast? Was he there?
No, he said he talked to witnesses.
Oh, it's not possible. Not that fast. And how come McDavid names you Sally's silent partner? What'd you ever do to him?
Nothing.
Before I print this story, I'll have to see McDavid's witnesses.
Any man that's slick enough to commit a murder with my gun will have witnesses ready.
You think it was McDavid himself?
I can't prove that yet.
Oh, push on that talk, Wyatt. You don't have to prove anything. Just fire the reporter and tear up his story.
No. Now, you question the witnesses, take down their statements, and print the story. All I ask is that you print my denial along with it.
Wyatt, do you want the Globe to call you a murderer?
Sally Bascom's Fancy Dan?
Mr. Murdoch, don't start your job in the Globe by suppressing news.
Well, I'll see.
So will I. Oh, Mr. Gibbs, do you believe that Wyatt killed that woman?
Of course not. Young fella, you quote me in that there newspaper of yours. Just say Chief Deputy Gibbs cuss like blazes under his breath.
I'll get to the bottom of this.
We'll get to the bottom of it.
Doc Holliday will be here in the morning.
Oh, no.
Done sent him a wire in Kansas City.
Well, you shouldn't have done that. I want to handle this my way.
Yeah? What way is that?
Cal McDavid's trying to frame me. He used the Globe to help him along.
Sure. Them newspapers will lynch plenty of innocent men.
McDavid will overplay his hand, Mr. Gibbs. The truth will come out sooner or later.
Well, me and Doc ain't waiting on that.
Now, you stay out of this, both of you. I'm warning you. And that's an order.
Not no more, Wyatt. I ain't your chief deputy. Me and Doc are just plain citizens.
Now, look, Doc, I'm telling you, he'll land you both in jail.
In that case, we'll have some right good company. Because you're going to be sitting in the next cell, charged with murder.
And I seen Earp and Miss Sally just before the shot was fired.
And I saw Marshal Earp running down the alley.
Everybody knows Earp was in business with Miss Sally.
Well, now, that's just hearsay, Mr. Caldwell. Don't you have any more personal knowledge of...
Saw him and her dividing money several times.
Enough of this lying. Get him out of here, Jim. You think you'll get that printed? I own part of this newspaper. McDavid, you're a gambling, cheating, no-good liar.
Easy now. Both of them. Finish the story in my office.
Yes, sir. Come on, folks.
All right, come on. Get out of here. Go on, all of you. Get out of here. I'm warning you, Jim, this is a frame-up.
Now, hold your temper. Please. I'm not going to run McDavid's story. Not yet.
What do you mean, not yet?
Mr. Kelly, I'm a newspaperman. Sally Bascom was murdered.
By McDavid. You heard what Wyatt said.
But Mr. Earp admits he has no proof. On the other hand, McDavid has plenty of witnesses to support his story.
Liars, hoodlums.
Yes, I think they are. That's why I'm going to hold the story. But Earp should give me more than a denial. If he has evidence implicating McDavid, let him produce it.
Meaning what?
Meaning, if he doesn't, I have no choice but to turn McDavid's version over to the circuit attorney. Then, if his witnesses repeat their stories under oath, I have no choice. It's news. I'll have to print it then.
Indeed now. I hired you and I can fire you.
Mr. Kelly, you're a loyal friend. I suggest you make another attempt to warn Earp that he must solve the case quickly. You might be able to stop the Globe from printing sworn testimony. But there are other newspapers in Kansas, the Wichita Eagle for one.
Marsh Murdoch wouldn't print it.
You don't know my cousin Marsh very well.
All right. How much time does Wyatt have?
Until noon tomorrow.
So you're Gibbs? Yep, that's me. Circle the Dodge House the back way.
Back way? Why?
It's Wyatt. He wants to handle this all by himself.
Same old Deacon Earp. Just what is the trouble?
Newspaper man by the name of Cal McDavid. Killed Sally Bascom last night and aims to lay it on Wyatt.
McDavid, huh? Yes, he would.
You know the feller?
Better not want to know any skunk. This saloon, Mr. Gibbs, if you don't mind, I have not had my breakfast.
Don't eat the cork.
Good morning.
Oh, Mr. Earp. Anything new?
No, sir. I was questioning people most of the night. It's McDavid's story.
He didn't finish it, though. Said he'd be in by 9.
I'm playing a hunch, Mr. Murdoch. Now, some of the witnesses, like the bartender, have uncomplicated lies to tell. But McDavid will dress up the story with details that only the real killer would know.
Yeah, I see your point.
Well, you're laying it on too thick, Cal. Do you expect us to swear to all that?
Shut up. I own this joint now. You guys will do what I tell you. Of course, you can rat on me, but you're in just as deep. Bartender?
Yeah?
Tell him how Sally paid you to have me killed.
Well, I thought maybe that she... Yeah.
Good. And now tell them how you and everybody concerned is going to make a lot more by stringing along with me.
It's true. The folks below the line raised $10,000 to get Earp.
And remember this. If we don't get him, he'll get all of us. Yeah?
Doc Holliday's back in town. He says he's going to gun you on sight.
Fine. Boys ready?
Yeah, it's 8 of them and us.
Keep Doc busy while I make a run for the Globe office. Murdoch's got to print this.
Leave me alone, Doc! Leave me alone! Leave me alone, Doc!
I'm not a ghost. Not yet. I lift him. I said lift him. Higher. Mr. Gibbs, you watch the alley. I want Cal McDavid. Where is it? talk or I'll cut you down.
In the parlor. That way.
Come out of there, McDavid. Drop it. Where is McDavid?
He went out the window, heading for the newspaper office.
I ought to kill you.
No, Doc. I'll tell the whole thing.
Stick to that.
Gibbs, the Globe office on the double.
Wyatt! Doc and Shotgun are back in the alley. They're going to kill McDavid.
That feller.
No, Mr. Gibbs. He belongs to me.
Hold it, Doc. He's down.
Why, that's Crooked Poker. He was mine.
Yes. I just creased his skull. I want him to hang legally. This may do it.
It's already been done. The bartender will talk.
On the threat of being shot? No good. Shotgun, I want you to take him over to Doc McCarty. Ask him to patch up his skull and then bring him over to the Globe office.
Now, come on. Get on your feet.
Now, the case may be right here.
I had him in a corner with a gun in his hand. A chance like that comes once in a lifetime. Reporters can blackguard you in the papers, Wyatt, but they rarely carry a gun.
Come on, Doc. I want you to meet Editor Murdoch. Look, he placed the exact location of my gun, 2 feet from the body. Now, no other witness placed the gun that close.
Mm-hmm. Hey, here. The soiled lily crumpled with her left arm posed in supplication. It looked like a white unbroken leaf as she lay in the garish light of the room. I think you're right, Marshal. These details...
Pardon me, sir.
Yes, Dr. Holliday.
Why don't you print the story just as it is? Much better reading to accuse Deacon Earp of murder than McDavid.
No.
Of course, if you do print it that way, I'm going to kill you.
If I thought McDavid had his facts right, I'd print it.
Young fella has courage, Wyatt.
Well, to edit the Dodge City Globe, he'll need it.
4 dead men at Sally Bascom's joint. I just knew Doc Holliday was back in town.
4 men killed? Excuse me, I've got to get a reporter on this right away.
Now, you and Shotgun could have stayed out of this. McDavid pressed his luck just as I figured he would. Do you have any breakfast besides whiskey? Come on. And even if young Murdoch had printed the facts wrong, I could have handled the case. And who cares what the newspapers print about me 10 years from now anyway?
You will, if every paper repeats the same lie.
Quit trying to justify yourself, Doc.
Oh, Wyatt, you underestimate the power of the press. They could give you a good character or a bad character.
You forgetting what Truth said to the politician who was worried about the newspapers crying him down?
Truth? No, I can't say that I recall.
Well, Truth said, I'll meet you in the graveyard back of the poorhouse 100 years from now.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt!